Uh, Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to believe that you are doing very well. God bless you wherever you are. God bless you, and God bless your hustle. God bless your life, and God bless your environment for your sake. So let me talk about restlessness. Restlessness is a gift from God. Restlessness is a gift from God. I was thinking about the word comfort. I realized that comfort was never a promise from God. No, think about it. You will realize that the way we define comfort is actually a way it's actually an excuse that we try to give for all our negative attitudes. For example, um, laziness is mostly defined as comfort. Remaining in a mess is also what we call comfort. We can also call, of course, we use the word comfort zone. In fact, the word comfort zone is an excuse for our laziness. The lazy man roasted not that which he got in hunting. Comfort zone is laziness. Comfort or comfort zone is remaining in a mess. Thirdly, uh, immediate gratification or immediate satisfaction is also what we call comfort. Because do you know that one of the reasons, or the main reason that Esau sold his birthright was for an immediate gratification? He was hungry and wanted to be satisfied. That is someone who was looking for comfort. Immediate gratification is a sign, in fact, it's a type of comfort. Then being satisfied with what's available is comfort. Then remaining in bondage is comfort. Why are people comforted even in bondage? Because they know that their food is guaranteed, they know that their water is guaranteed, they know that okay, whatever is available, whatever I need now is guaranteed, so they stay in bondage. The staying in ease, in a life of ease, is what we refer as comfort, and these are not God's promises. But in the Bible, being in these things can be called yoke. Being in these things can be called bondage. In fact, do you know that the Israelites remained in Egypt for 400 years, for more than 400 years, before they cried out? It was when they cried out that their change came. They cried out. That crying out is something that is called restlessness. They no longer were satisfied with their present situation. Restlessness is actually an inner cry for freedom. Restlessness is an inner cry to be freed from a bondage. Many persons today are in bondage. They are working, they are working in an employment. Okay, they are employed, okay, their pay is guaranteed every month. They are happy. But meanwhile, there's a cry inside saying, no, there is more. There is more. There are many persons that are held bound in certain relationships. They are not happy in the relationship, but they are there because of what they can get. Do you know that somehow the Nigerian system is how it is today? Because many of us think that we are satisfied with what is going, with what we can get, not knowing that there is more. Many persons are held bound in certain situations because they feel they are satisfied. That is enough for them, but there is an inner cry for change. Do you know that people can stay in a group or in an association and remain there for years, not knowing that there is more? And sometimes they fight that inner turmoil. They fight that inner cry within them, saying, "Your change has come." Somehow, for me, somehow, both in the church and the place where I work, there's always this cry within me. There's this cry. It makes me want to feel as though I am rebellious. But I've come to realize that that rebellious nature inside is actually saying your change has come. Restlessness is a gift from God. In fact, let me read the scripture. You will realize that what the best blessing that God gave to Esau was found in Genesis 27, verse 40. I will read it. I wrote it down in my notes. He said, "It shall come to pass that when you become restless, you will break his yoke from your neck." It will come to pass when you become restless, you will break his yoke. In other words, I have already given your brother all the blessings. So let me pause. Africans, we are blaming the white men for everything, but I'm not sure that the white men are holding us bound because it cannot cage our minds. But when we become restless, we can break every influence of white men out of our neck. We can break any whatever we can call yoke. Why are brothers selling brothers? Is it not because of the yoke that we call money, the yoke for satisfaction? Meanwhile, I can work with my brother and we can become better. So, but we can break this yoke if we become restless. So the best blessing for me that Isaac gave to Esau was the blessing of restiveness. There's something government used to call youth restiveness, but I think that is when the youth were crying out for change, that we are tired of where we are, we are tired of what's going on, we must change. We call it youth restiveness. When a group of people begin to cry out for resource control, they call them militant. It's because there was something in them crying out, we don't want to remain like this. We don't want to continue in the mess. So let me give you instances of restlessness. Number one, you can be called rebel because you are restless. Two, when you become restive, they call you it is restless. Restlessness can be seen as when you become restive. Number three, when you cry out for change. Number four, when you are no longer comforted, it comes like discomfort. Number five, hunger. Hunger is hunger, not hunger for food, hunger for a better thing, hunger for better opportunities. These are signs that there is something crying out for transformation. So, what is my message? My message is wherever you are and you begin to feel restless, it's actually a spirit from God saying, time to change things. Time, time to move up higher. See, we can remain in a prison. All of us can remain in a prison, can be held in a yoke, bound, and nobody is crying out for anything until somebody out of there say, I'm tired of remaining in this mess. I'm tired of staying in one place. Then know that before you know, he begins to leave. That's why some people leave their communities because they want to change. That's why people leave their environment because they want another cause, they want a better situation, a better life. Do you know that people in a place where nobody is educated, somebody can step out and say, these people, their way is different too. What is making them different? They went out, they go out, learn something there. That's education. Learn something and transform their lives, make their life better from others. Why? There was a hunger for change coming out. That is restlessness. Restlessness, my friend, is a gift from God. It shall come to pass when you are restless, you will break his yoke from your neck. Are you yoked? Has it come up to you here? I think it's time to break that yoke has come. To break it requires adaptation to another environment. It requires a shift in your mentality, a shift, acquiring new things, getting better perspectives. When you get better perspectives, you can change your present situation. So I want to encourage you, don't fight that spirit within you that is crying for change. Check the history of man. Those who change things, we are restless. Check those who change situations. They were the people who decided to be rebellious. They rebelled against